All right, gang. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Today I do something I'm personally uncomfortable with, but we are going to try it anyways.
Fuck it, we'll do it.
Today's the day I challenge Vold to a duel to the death.
About damn time.
It's fun because I almost see from like behind the snowball mic like the slightest curve of a smirk. Like, I got this, boy.
It would
While
be a
you
good
see
fight.
me with my hand on Vol's ass, just constantly healing him.
I know, I'm pretty sure anybody that, like, the moment you get within melee distance, I'm pretty much screwed at that point. But hopefully, with enough time, I will be able to help negate that.
Hey, Casual Questmasters is streaming.
Also, as a caster, maybe I shouldn't be sitting within like 5 feet of the melee dealers anyway. And, you know, anytime I know there's a potency of danger, but at the same time, it's like if I stand 30 feet back with my majestic 13 AC, and the ninjas are like, who should we pick off first today? And it's like they see these super rugged warriors, and then you see fucking SpongeBob in the back.
Let me send out my links real quick. All right.
Yeah, I like to retweet it, everything.
Oh yeah, I'll do the same. Any tangents people need to get out of the way?
What's the deal with airplane food? No, I'm
Why
kidding.
don't they just make the airplane out of the food?
I was gonna say, shouldn't the airplane food come with the ticket though? I mean, that's part of the deal, right?
I think if you get first class,
No,
Or if it's an
on
extended
international
flight.
flights. No, international flights they give you food. Domestic flights usually not. You'll have to purchase your own.
does that include like from US to Canada even?
Yes.
Nice.
What? My
I think so.
37-minute
I think it's-
flight from Seattle to Vancouver did not give me a full-on entree.
I think it's a duration usually. If it's more
Yeah,
than
it's
3
also
hours, they'll give you a
consideration.
flight. Or they'll
I
give you-
didn't get fucking steak for.
I really didn't mean to set us off on this tangent. I apologize.
It's a good thing
I'm
we're
up-
getting it out of the way, though.
I'm upset with Nick's logic. I want a steak now. Like
Why the
I'm
fuck would you get steak on a flight?
18 months later.
I've
okay.
never want steak on a flight. Ever.
Okay. Why?
Because it's airplane food's dog shit.
Okay. I mean,
Like I'll still eat it, but then you don't want a steak of all things. You don't want something to sit so heavy in your stomach and just fester for 14 fucking hours.
Roll for damage.
I mean, in
Exactly.
this,
You'd have to make
Constitution saving
constitution
throw.
saving throws. Yeah.
in this instance, it's a 37-minute flight.
Yeah, they don't even have
Better
the
eat that
facilities to
steak
get food
fast.
on that fucking flight.
Yeah, you're gonna see me tear into it like, who needs a fork? I just pick it up. Ah! Maybe it's a sizzler or something. I don't know. Maybe it's like one of those steak bagels from
Steakums.
McDonald's. Oh god.
Mixed steaks.
Mistakes were made.
So I thought we were joking about going on the tangent thing, but you know what? As Brandon
Keep rolling.
suggested, you know, didn't mean to. Okay. Vapes. I realize that no matter how far away I lean from the mic, that shit still picks up, and it's irritating. I wish I had that cool button that Nick has. I'm trying to think if
Hey
there's
everyone, Casual Master Quest is now live.
I wonder if there's something I can do on Voice Meter that could mute it. Or, like, mute me.
Ooh.
Could raise the noise gate up to, like, 50 or something for a second, I guess, but...
Yeah.
Elgato mini stream decks only 79.50.
I just... Wait, so if I start talking, I hit this button... God bless.
Magic.
You could get a foot pedal.
A foot pedal.
No, like you could get a foot pedal that connects to USB and you can map a button to it in an action.
You could also use a banana.
Okay. I was gonna make a joke about how you'd want to be Asherix's foot pedal, but no, that's. I'm sorry. Okay, everybody's ready then?
Yep.
Okay. Let me bring up the intro. Wait, Glenn, you want to do this? Because I know you took initiative last time.
No, you got it, buddy.
Okay, if you says. Saying the same intro over and over. I'll go to the other one I say over and over again.
Have fun with it.
Hello, everybody. Get your fucking dice ready because we are back to another session of Casual Quest Masters. Welcome to your own favorite, everybody. Representing that good old Neverwinter is Nick L. Chodimella.
Hi, I play Vol, Nightwalker Val Nugoni, and I didn't fuck that up this time.
Yeah.
And Vol's not super amused today, actually.
Oh, okay, cool. It sounds like projecting. Brandon Thresher.
Yes, I'm Magdor Bandiron, of course, with his disarming personality.
By contract, I have to laugh at every one of these fucking things.
You'll get the money in your PayPal at the end of the episode.
Yes, sir. And yours truly, Tyler Vidito as Roger, a lad so nervous that he vowed his service. And last but certainly not least is our all-powerful dungeon master, Glenn Houston.
Hi. What a beautiful day it is. It's almost Halloween. Week out from Halloween when we're recording this, so I'm super stoked about that. It's also me and my wife's 4-year wedding anniversary on Halloween. So
Oh, damn.
Aww. I want an anniversary
shout out to
soon.
my lovely wife. Didn't you
Yeah.
just have one?
No, well, technically,
Oh,
it's
that was
one
a
day.
birthday.
It's technically one day after yours.
Oh, that's right. So you will get one soon. Great.
Yes.
Awesome. So I love this tradition. This is one of my new favorite things. So who's going to do the recap for us today?
It's fucking
Oh, shit.
stressful, man. It sounds like Brandon really, really wants to do it. And by God, he has a pretty good chance of getting it because well, shit. Let's find out. Boom.
Damn,
Okay.
you're so close. All right.
Okay.
I rolled a 18.
I rolled a 3.
And I rolled a 2. So that's
Easy.
Brandon.
Easy
Yeah.
wins.
Brandon
Yeah.
finally
From
gets his
Magdor
spotlight.
Van Iron himself.
Well, I probably won't do it in Magdor's voice because I know you
Okay.
like to edit it.
Oh yeah, it's whatever
We'll
you
just do it.
want. Honestly,
mean-
I'll make it like a little more echoey and give it some reverb and some deepness. But no
Yeah.
matter what you do,
Alright.
we'll make it fun.
Previously on Casual Quest Masters. Magdor starts working on an arm to give himself fingers when knock 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 somebody shows up. Roger walks in asking about some armor.
Ooh,
Magdor
armor stuff.
Accepts making the armor, but he's unsure of his ability. After that meeting, Roger walks to the bridge where they have a pretty good heart-to-heart. Revolt says maybe it's time for Roger to find him someone who can train him better in magics. As they're talking, Elgira shows up and walks them through the nice part of town up to Lord Neverember's castle. Company meets Lord Neverember, and he sends them on a quest to Luskan to hunt down a drow that has been spreading his teaching across the Sword Coast that Lord Neverember does not like. Murder is generally not a pleasant thing. He asks what we would like in return, and the company asks for a house to meet in. Lord Neverember agrees and gives Magdor access to the royal smithy for personal use at Roger's request. Roger requests steel for Magdor to use to craft him armor. Vol wants a bit of money and cool new toy. Magdor just wants a cool toy. Let's see. Sorry, I have to scroll down. Roger hears voices and starts to
scroll,
not
of
feel
course.
well. Healed by Lord Neverember's cleric, except for the center of his chest. She passes a note off to him. While Vol is firemen carrying Roger to Elgira's house to meet up with her to get a few things for the trip to Luskan, Roger opens his hand to find a feather and lets it fly off into the distance. The group meets up with Elgira, and she hands them a warm cloak and a piece of their respective armor that can change appearance as needed. She definitely doesn't want it back. She also hands us a pouch of money, each with gold minted in the Luskan style. Finally, she gives Magdor a ring to access the Royal Forge as needed. As we're leaving, Roger asks Elgira out on a date, and Vol walks out of embarrassment.
That's not confirmed. He just wanted her to consider.
She definitely doesn't want that cloak back.
Great, and that's where we're picking it up. Y'all have just left. You have all the things you need. Now it's up to you to decide what else you need to do. Any things you want to tie off before you leave. Pick up anything specifically because you still don't have provisions, depending on how you want to travel. Stuff like that.
Have any of us ever been to Luskan? I guess here I'll ask that in character. Has anybody ever been to Luskan?
I've never been south of Gontelgrim.
Gontelgrim, huh?
I might have had too much to drink already.
I like pull out the IV that's like dripping liquor directly into his veins. That's just been trailing behind him down the stairs.
But no, I've never been north of Gontelgrim.
I've been in Luskan once. It was a long time ago. I can't remember too much of the city. It was a different city back then.
How plot-wise convenient. All I know is that according to Elgira, it's cold as shit. So we should.
And I'm used to the cold, so.
Well, you can eat my ass, Vol. I'm gonna be cold as fuck. Do you see this fat? And like, he like pulls on like taut skin. He's like, nothing. It's beautiful, but it also means I'm gonna be cold as shit.
Vol does the same, and he tries to pull some fat, and he's like, "I'm still good, used to the cold. You should probably. Is something wrong with you? Are you okay? You're kind of so weak." And then he just walks away.
Now, for me, Vol, too, the last time you would have gone through Luskan was when you were leaving the Spine of the World, correct?
Yeah, I would imagine that might have been maybe the second or third city that he was probably passing through.
Okay. And then you stopped in Neverwinter eventually?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to confirm that that was the last time for you. Okay. And that was how long ago?
Roger, how old are you?
We argued over in the very like first 15 minutes. I believe canonically I am 18, almost on the dot.
So let's say it's been about 14, 15 years since I was since Vol was last in Luskan.
Cool.
How plot convenient. Wow.
So, how do we get there, Vol? It's just a couple days walk, right?
No, it'll take us a few weeks, Dwarf.
A few weeks? I don't think
I've
I've got enough gold for enough ale for that.
I did look this up. It's not a few weeks. By foot, if you keep a decent pace, it's almost 6 days.
Okay.
Okay. And you would know that. You would know that, Vol, because you
never mind.
Before.
It's almost a week if we keep a steady pace.
That was a good joke, Vol. You've got the funnies now, huh?
If we take a ship, it'll be even quicker.
Oh, no.
But a ship would be great. I mean,
Dwarves and ships don't go well together.
We can always, take horses, I suppose. Horses that are apparently more resistant to the cold than I am, but, yes. Everybody's looking at me funny. Is there something on my face?
We can take horse.
Like, I pull my face and it, like, elastically stretches and I snap it back in.
But please, anything but the boat. I don't like the water.
Well, I suppose we can go by horseback. We do have this teleportation scroll, so coming back will not be anything we'd have to worry about. I'd just be worried about the horses.
Why can't we use that to go to Luskan?
I know not much about magic, but I'm pretty sure it's a one-time use.
Ah, cool. You're the one that's holding on to the scroll, right? Because you graciously accepted it from Elgira.
Yes, it is with me.
So, on a scale of 1 to nothing, how magically adept are you?
Um, like a 2.
Yeah, that's actually off the scale by your own standards. You want me to hold on to the scroll for you?
When we need to use it, you will be the one to do it.
Ah, Daddy wants to keep the tools away from the artisan because... Okay, I understand. Ops.
Forgive me. We're
Oh,
working
wow.
on.
You're asking for forgiveness? Who are you, Vol?
Can I finish?
I mean, I asked V that last night. I mean, wait, no, I wouldn't know V's name. Anyways.
I was going to say,
Yes.
considering your performance from the last mission, I will hold on to it until we need to make our escape. That's all it is.
Okay, cool. So when we discuss any further strategy, are you gonna listen this time, or are you gonna be a bumfucking idiot?
DM, what time is it?
In the day, like
Yeah.
for you in character,
Yeah.
I was like, I can look at the
Yeah.
clock. It's like, I mean, because you got there early morning, and it took probably about 2 or 3 hours to do this, so it's still about
Like
10,
noon?
10
Like,
or
or
11.
close?
Yeah.
Okay.
Late morning.
It's time to.
I'm gonna say, Vol wants to
Cool.
decide how many people will see him kick the shit out of Roger for being a dick.
Could you change your form into like a child?
I mean, technically, yes.
Just see Vol beating the shit out of a child, middle of the street.
I would.
Why don't
vote
the
for
two
that
of
to
you-
not happen on the podcast, please?
Why don't the two of you get what you need, and then we'll just meet at the. I'm just gonna say stables because we'll just meet at like the northern exit at dawn.
Dawn tomorrow.
Yes.
Where are we going to sleep?
We're
I'm ass-
having a sleepover at Vol's house, right?
I do
Sure.
like those chains.
Here's the key, and I'll hold out the key for Roger.
Roger is super nervous at this point because Vol has been unexpectedly patient with him, and he doesn't know if his death is coming soon.
Can I turn around? We're still outside of Algera's house, right?
I assume
We have
you were like
office.
walking and
Oh,
talking.
walking. Okay, never mind.
Because last
So-
time I didn't assume that, and I was like, that make no narrative sense. So you guys are walking and talking for sure.
All right. All right. Well, I guess I will walk back to the blacksmith to inquire about a few things.
Vol,
Roger,
before
are you
we
gonna take the key?
yes, I'll take the key, and also it's only been about 10 seconds, but I'd like to reflect on what I just said. I was being a rude racist, and I'd like to apologize because
Vol's walking away. He didn't stop to listen once he took the key.
motherfucker doesn't think I wouldn't walk with him. Please.
Vol sprints.
I sprint for like maybe 20 feet, then I start heaving. I just wanted to apologize. I realized that you were mad at me, and I shouldn't be mad at you for being mad at me.
In terms of like doing anything until tomorrow morning, Vol's not gonna need anything. He's gonna quickly stop by his apartment, like his place, pick up all his gear, and then spend the night at the Leviathan.
Are you? So you're clearing out your space and vacating?
No. Well, not vacating, no, because these people asked to stay. It's like for a slumber party, so that's why he gave the key because he's not gonna spend the night there.
Sure.
He's gonna let them spend the night there, and he's gonna spend the night at the Leviathan.
But he did when you arrive at your place. There are several people outside that are like city guardsmen.
Okay.
And they don't seem to be geared out. They're just like wearing the colors of the guard, so you
Yep.
can tell they work for the city. And as you walk up, they say, "Vol, you're Vol, right?
Yes. How can I help you?
We're here to help get all your stuff so that when you guys get back, it's all at your place."
Okay. Where's our place?
Oh, they haven't locked it down yet, but we're gonna bring it up to the Protector's Enclave. And we're going to keep it in storage until they get it. And hopefully by the time you return to Neverwinter for the job you're doing, we told you we're leaving town for a while. So we're going to get it all settled, and we'll at very least have it in the place so that when you get back, it's there. We won't unpack anything, but we'll just
Right.
set it in there so you can kind of do it with it what you want once you know where it is and once we know where it is.
Understood.
We
Why
just
don't you
wanted to
come
do
on
that
in?
with your consent while you were still here, you know?
No, I appreciate that. Let me collect a few things, and then the place is all yours to pack up. I'm going to be spending the night somewhere else before we leave on our mission. Thank you very much for your help.
That's perfect. Yeah, cool, man. So you
How
guys
many
are,
of them
like,
are there?
working for Never Ember? You can see it's this guy who's probably like late teens, and then
Yeah.
like a couple that are a few years younger than him. And he's like, "So
Okay.
you work for Never Ember? That's cool."
So would you say like 4 or 5? Before we carry on with the narrative.
Yeah, so like 3 aside from him, yeah.
You could take
Okay.
him.
Yes, we're running a mission for Lord Neverember.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're really big, so I was like, "Man, this guy's got to be an adventurer." I'd like to be, but I'm only like this tall. And he just puts his hand above his head, which doesn't signify any specific height. He goes, "Cool. So, can you sign this thing real quick?" And he pulls a scroll out, unfurls it, and like holds it down and pulls out a little inkwell and pen, and it says, "So this is just saying that we're taking it and we're gonna bring it. It'll be under our care. If anything goes missing, we'll replace it or you'll be reimbursed." So
Understood. And then I'll sign it.
great, thanks, man. I should
And then
get
I hand him 4 gold, one
he
for each
goes-
of them. One for each of you. Thank you for your help.
Score! And then he just runs off, and he's like moving, he's like, "Here we go, boys. Now get a little extra pep in that step," and they all start working a little faster. So
It's like fucking Bolson from Breath of the Wild and his crew.
All right, and so now we know what Vol is doing. Vol is getting his things together. The first thing he does, we know that Magdor's headed to the forge, so we'll do that, and then be ready because we'll take care of you after that. Okay, Roger?
You got it, dude.
All right, Magdor, what are you doing?
That bag that we have, is it resistant to heat?
Which bag? The little one?
Yeah, the mini bag of holding.
Technically, it's as resistant as a normal bag would be.
Okay, so if I poured magma iron into it,
it would break the bag.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, if the bag is broken, torn, any sort of like busted, it just becomes a non-magical pouch.
Okay.
By that
Right,
logic, should we be worried about putting, like, say, a sword in there?
No, it's just because of magma.
It's small, so maybe like a dagger or something.
A dagger. No, a dagger would be fine. It's just like if a dagger cut it from the outside, yes, but magma is it's magma.
No,
So,
I
yeah.
am okay with you as the DM not being able to Minecraft bucket carry fucking lava.
I didn't want lava. I just wanted them to pour it in there and let it cool down.
So if it's in the bag, is that lava or magma?
I mean, lava is below ground. Magma is above ground. Right?
I believe so.
Okay, so it'd be magma.
Sure.
But anyway, so I'm gonna go to the blacksmith bit. Hey, you see this bag here?
Yeah.
How much would it cost you to fill it up with iron coins or some pig iron or something?
We just want some fake coins.
Yeah, just something that I could use to fill up this bag as best as possible.
I mean, I could only fit a few coins in there.
You'd be surprised. I bet you gold that you could fit at least 10.
You're on. And he takes it because he has no idea that this is a little pouch of holding. And he goes, and you hold it open, and he starts like putting coins in. 1, 2, and he gets all the way up to 10, and he's like, "Why aren't they making a clinking sound?"
Well, if you had asked what the bag was, I'd have told you. This is I don't actually know what it is, but it can hold things.
This is a pouch of holding?
Sure.
You swindling boy.
But
and he takes one of his own coin and puts a gold piece in for the 11th.
But I do need some iron coins. Just out of character, how much would it cost to fill that bag with just like iron coins?
1 gold.
Iron coins don't really exist unless you're asking.
Not like currency coins, just like chips.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh. I mean,
you know what I mean? Just something small, because I don't want to put like iron ingot in it.
He doesn't have those specifically, but he could make some today. Those aren't
today?
hard to make. Yeah,
All right.
he can make
How
enough-
much?
And he says, "How much space in there?"
You know, I don't know. Just make. How much would it cost for like 100?
100. Like 2 silver.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hit me up with that shit.
All right. So he asked for the 2 silver.
And I'll give him his gold bag. Look, it's not right of me to take another man's gold for a gist.
You're honest. I appreciate that. And then he takes the 2 silver and the gold back, and he says it'll be done by mid-afternoon.
All right. I'll probably be back here after dinner. You want me to bring you some ale?
Of course. Always.
All right. Yes.
And he
then,
says, bring a cask of the good stuff, and he puts the gold coin back in there.
I like you. All right. And then I'm gonna turn around and walk to my house.
Awesome. Same sort of scene you see when you get to your house. There's people waiting out front, similarly aged,
But not the same person.
No, not the same person.
Okay.
It is this time. It's a younger girl, and she says, "Hi, I'm Annalyn. I'm here to get your things for storage."
Who are you?
And she points to the Neverwinter crest. She says, "I work for the city. They said you were going to be gone, and so we were going to take your stuff and put it in storage."
You're gonna take my stuff? What?
No, not take it. With your permission, we're going to take it and store it so that when you get back, we can have it put into your new place where you're moving to.
But moving? I don't have anything. I just have my hammer and my clothes.
You have one set of clothes. You don't have
Doesn't
like
everybody have at least one set?
At least, maybe 2 or 3 is pretty common.
I mean, I've got this
don't-
cloak
Do
too.
you have like cups or silverware or anything? A chair?
No, I melted it all down.
You don't have a bed?
I have a bed, but it's not mine. I'm just renting.
Oh, cool. So there's nothing we need to bring?
No, I don't think so. You could carry me if you wanted to, but I
Well-
don't think.
How about this? We'll find out from your landlord if there's anything in there that's specifically his, and if there's something that's not, we'll take it and put it in storage for you, just in case.
Find out if the anvil's his for sure.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
All right, thank you. And then I'm just
You
gonna
just
go.
have to have
try
you
to-
sign here. Just in
I-
case.
I've never signed anything before. What do
You know
I
how to-
do?
You can, even if you write in your own script, it doesn't have to be common.
All right, and I'm just gonna write iron. I'm just gonna write the name Iron.
Put ink on your fist and then just
Just punch it.
mash it.
Is that good enough?
Sure. I mean, I saw you do it. Thank you.
Wait, can I be in my room while you're doing this?
Oh, we'll let you get everything you need, and then whenever you
wanna
leave, go
watch.
ahead and we'll head up there. We'll talk to the landlord while you're getting your things together, for your trip, because we were told you were leaving town and you'd be taking some things with you, and then everything else we were instructed to get and put in storage for your new house when you get back.
Oh well. Okay, I don't have anything. I'm just gonna leave. And I just start walking to the tavern.
Okay. Awesome. She just kind of looks confused, but then goes inside until she's gonna go take care of it. Do you really not have anything else? Like, you literally keep everything that you own on you at all
I was
times?
debating if I wanted to have him go in and like collect like 3 more outfits and just put them on, but I thought one outfit would be fine.
Just to make sure I heard correctly, you're going to the tavern. Which tavern?
The
The
it'd
Leviathan?
probably be the Leviathan closest.
Alplot, convenient.
All right. And with that, we're going to Roger. Roger
What?
heads away after
I thought you were going to
hollering
say
an
we're going to the
apology.
tavern.
He goes, I wanted to tell you I was sorry, or whatever you said. And now we're
Woman
seeing
aside. And like you see like puffy cheeks as I guess I would also make my way towards the house because my initial thought was to get traveling wares, but I believe this cloak is maybe not for the sake of comfort yet, but it do provide a decent disguise, if you will. It accommodates, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
d-
since it's a cloak, it will provide some warmth. but it's not great for like mountain travel.
So what can it turn into?
Anything. Let me, if you would like me to read what the cloaks do real quick, I would absolutely do
Like,
that.
Go ahead. I know you said for them it was essentially glamour leather armor, or whatever was the equivalent for them.
Yeah.
So
So the glamored effect is what matters mostly. So you can use a bonus action to speak the armor's command word and cause it to assume the appearance of a normal set of clothing or other kind of armor. You decide what it looks like, including color, style, and accessories, but the armor retains its normal bulk and weight. The illusory appearance lasts until you use the property again or take it off. Take the armor off.
Essentially, if I wanted to, I could just turn this into normal clothing, and then I could actually put like a thick woolly cloak on over it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay. Then I guess knowing that, I would go, shit, I don't know the command word.
It does require... Oh, does it not require attunement? Oh my goodness, that would be crazy. I think it does. Hold. No, it does not require attunement, but she would have told you the command word.
Okay, cool. So I kind of asked myself, what's the command word again? I forgot.
Alohomora.
Hermione. I think I whispered, shit, I got it mixed up. I don't understand the reference. And I guess I would head my way back to the house then. While like I'm trying to like Ron Weasley. On just saying different
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Harry Snape. Harry Snape. Harry Snape. Harry Snape. Harry Snape. Harry Snape. Dumbledore. This time he's naked. Okay, sorry. Harry Potter Puppet Pals. Anyways, I'm heading back to the house. What do I see?
You see a very similar scene. It seems as though, just like your friends, a group of, younger, late teens, young adults have been tasked with gathering your belongings. And for the sake of the narrative, they give you the same sort of spiel as you come up and say, so are you
Hello,
cool with that?
fellow teenagers. I turned my hat
hi.
backwards.
Yeah, we're here to get your stuff for storage for Neverember.
What are you doing in front of my house? Yes, Glenn, I heard what you just said. I'm still saying that line.
We're just supposed to pick up all your stuff so that when you get back, it's all put in your new place. As long as that's okay with you, you can say no, obviously.
Right. Would you still get paid if I said no?
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, like that.
We're hourly, so less work is less money, but...
No, I respect that. Tell you what, and I will take out, how many people are there? I know we asked, all of us have asked that question. 4 people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will pull out 4 silver and hand a silver to each of them, and I go, come back in about an hour. I just need to take care of some things, and once you come back, go ahead and clear anything that's not nailed down. I would beware the armoire. It's haunted, and the bed, well, I'm pretty sure the bed isn't mine. Pretty sure the armoire isn't either, but it's extra haunted. So, bring a crossbow.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, man.
No problem.
They just like go and sit, and he hands out the
underage
other
drinking
coins to the other ones, and then chills, and they just like sit on the cart and like just chill. They're talking.
Okay. Don't mind if my wife comes out either. Feel free to come in after an hour, and if you don't see me, I probably just went out the back window because the armoire is haunted. Goodbye. And I close the door behind me.
And you see them, like, you hear them whisper as you like walk by and go into the house. He's like, yeah, he called me fellow teenager. This guy, he doesn't even look young. Like, and they're like snickering, and they're like, haha, wife, right?
I'll make a intelligence check to whether or not to cast firebolt at him. No, I won't. I will go inside because I closed the door canonically. I did not hear that. I tell myself that anyways.
You do see them snickering though.
God damn teenagers. Oh my lord. I guess I would just take down the realizing that I am technically being evicted a lot sooner than I anticipated. I would start just packing away anything personal. Would I have like some kind of small chest or something that I would keep my extra clothes or whatnot, just because.
Yeah, this is something where I wanted to let you all tell me exactly what you had, and as long as it wasn't too elaborate or expensive, it was going to be in your place. Like you can have like a footlocker and like a bed and like a like a small table and chair and some like not toiletries.
I've got
like
an anvil.
Stuff. No, you don't. Too expensive.
I look at my 10,000 gold piece diamond that I keep behind the painting that is also worth 10,000 gold piece. No. I look around and like I note with like some kind of grimace, all these scorch marks that I mentioned before, and like I kind of reflect and like, oh boy,
not getting my deposit back.
I look at the armoire where I need to clear out the clothing, and I see that gosh darn dagger still stabbed upright into the armoire, and I kind of look at it, and like I mutter to myself, "You don't ever talk to me outside of this room. Suddenly you think the great idea. Start chatting to me when I'm in front of Lord Neverember. That wasn't a good idea."
As you start to get kind of frazzled, as you do at times, especially when you're by yourself, that's when you kind of release your frustrations, it seems. You do, based on the scorch marks.
Oh yeah, maybe.
The window and the shutters should close themselves.
And I think two drops come out at that point. Like I give myself like 2 drops. I think that's
just
fair.
2 drops. You're like, oh. And the oil lamp that was on in the corner, just kind of lighting the darker side of the room.
I didn't even remember I turned that on. Oh gosh, it has a dimming feature.
The dagger, you can see kind of in the dimness, the dagger is not reflecting the little bit of light coming into the room. It just looks dark, and a shadowy form ekes out of the dagger and appears in front of you as a woman with pale skin, dark hair, and black eyes. Not like fully, but like her eyes seem to be just large corneas. And
without
she looks at you.
God, sorry.
No, you're fine. She looks at you and she says, "So you want to talk?"
I would probably say I'm like clear to the other side of the room, back to the wall, arms pressed against it. I would like to say I've never seen this person a day in my life. Or have I?
But I've been with you for quite a while now.
Oh, I was saying that out of character, but that's okay.
If you were saying it at all, if you were thinking it in your head, she's responding to the thoughts.
Okay, no, I like that. Intrusive. Shoot.
Well,
I also said that out of character. Please don't read my mind. Anyways, like I started looking around at like things that like I could have as like. You can imagine for Roger being into what he feels like is inherent danger, he immediately starts calculating like escape routes. He's looking at the suddenly locked window, the door that he literally just like ran away from to get to the other side of the apartment to get into this cowering position, realized that he was a fool for doing that, and he's like, can't take her. And I think he like tries to like do like a finger pointer. Who are you?
I'm the Raven Queen.
Oh God, I thought you were the ghost of Christmas yet to come. That's not for another 2 months. Okay, you're the Raven Queen. He back pressed against the wall again.
Why do you seem so scared? I've been here all along. I've been around. You felt it.
I think at this point, Roger would drop his form. He would like just out of fear at this point. He would turn into his natural changing form, like all cards
She
on the table kind of
says,
says.
"There he is," and she walks forward and puts her hand out to help you stand up.
I am. And I cautiously like take her hand.
Come, come, come. And she leads you to the bed and then sits you down on the bed and sits on the chair at the
Raven
little
Queen.
desk nearby.
I'm only 18. This would be too soon. I'm a commitment kind of guy.
You're really funny, but that's not why I'm here.
Oh, no commitments. Okay.
There's commitment involved, but not that kind.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know what kind you were thinking of. I was talking about... he just trails off with that.
You're torn between two masters.
Like, I open up my mouth to say the words "I agree," and I'm sure he thinks it, but he like also asks ask himself the question, who?
Asks himself that? Or
Yes.
asks her that?
I mean, technically, if she can read my mind, it would be the same thing.
She's not always reading your mind.
Okay.
She just stares at you and waits for a response.
Roger is not superbly intelligent. Would he know what two masters she's referring to?
Are you aware of the traveler?
Yes, but I would like to say that unless you want to change this, I'm pretty sure he's like, Roger is the kind of person that has spoke the traveler's name.
Mm-hmm.
But more often than not, it's mockingly, because he realizes that even though he may ask for help, it doesn't seem like it ever comes. And if it does, it always feels like it came with a caveat to balance things out. Beware the gift of the traveler. And so I don't think he would like understand him as a deity that he follows, but rather just inherently has a power from him that he has never received actual guidance on. So when you say a master, I think Roger would be confused.
So do you just stare at her or do you respond?
I'd probably say, oh.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
No, it's okay. I can't do single syllable words for Roger's voice, and it's all right. let me do my test. Well, Francine, if you're gonna be like that, what are you talking about? Masters?
You are changeling. Therefore, you come from the traveler. He created your people.
Yes,
Power in you is sourced from him, whether or not you recognize it or not.
That doesn't make him my master, though.
Denounce him, then. Lose your power.
No.
So you serve two masters.
No, I just really like what I got going on right here, son.
Wouldn't you rather have my power? I'm here, aren't I? How many times has your voice gone into the void and disappeared with the voice of the traveler never returning? He's distant. He's absent. He doesn't care. I do. I'm here.
I guess, like he's flabbergasted because this shadowy figure is in front of him. Well, huh. And I think right in front of her, he would put his hands together in prayer, and he would think the words, traveler, I know we only try the talk on Christmas and Easter, but you have like even a point in the right direction, an open window here. I'd like to tell her, and maybe she's wrong. Is she wrong?
Are you saying this out loud or in your head? I'm just making sure.
I would probably say as hard as I can in my head.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you don't feel like anybody else. You don't feel like, because when she heard you, you definitely felt that she was listening.
Right.
Partially because she responded to what you were saying, in expression and in voice. But this time, she just looks at you, and you feel not here. You feel that you're being heard. Very similar to when she was listening, but it's someone else. And basically, you get the understanding that this is your choice. Kind of like you've heard of the Traveler. You know that he's neutral. He tends to stay away from things. He doesn't necessarily involve himself directly in things. So basically, you get the feeling that he's not going to leave whether or not you denounce him, because your life is your life. You get a feeling of confidence and peace that you're not serving him, you just happen to be of him, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And it's the first time in a while you really felt anything when reaching out to him. So
Like, the call hasn't dropped, so somebody has to be at the other end of the line, but they're just not saying anything back.
But it's like it's heavy amounts of emotion that give you that feeling, those feelings of calm and peace, that and understanding that you are of him and your choice is your choice. And whether or not you choose a different branch in the path, he's not going to forsake you. You're not going to lose who you are or who you've been before now.
I guess I would do this, realize that there's no true answer that's going to come out from anywhere else but me, and I would probably sigh in grief, realizing that I wasn't expecting this to come so suddenly, so soon. The Raven Queen has often, whispered tidbits here and there, singing sweet, empty nothings to me. But this is the first time that she's made a physical appearance, and I'd probably look up to her and... My mother. A fiend. No, sorry. I was trying to make a bad Joker moment there. My mother told me that the Traveler gave me something special. And it would have been nice to have him a little bit more in my life. Hell, it would have been nice to have all of them a little bit more in my life. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's take what is given to you and appreciate it. I will not give up what was given to me. This is a whole package deal, baby.
And she smiles and looks at you and kind of narrows her eyes a bit while she smiles and says, "All right. Just know that I'll be here if you need me."
Are you gonna cold call me again?
I feel like I've been pretty forward without presenting myself. After all, it's not very often that I do things like this.
So, just to understand mechanically here, Glenn, Roger takes his hat off. Hopefully Raven Queen takes her hat off. What are you suggesting I have to give up here in order to make a deal?
This is all narrative. This is just, narratively, she's asking you to follow her from this point on. Mechanically, that could mean whatever you want it to mean.
I just wasn't sure if that meant like I would give up my divine soul trait, if you will.
No. Maybe you multi-class into warlock or something. Like your next level would be taken in something that would be in service to the Raven Queen, something like that.
Okay.
But that's neither here nor there. I just want you to play with your character, and but that's the thing too. You could also be like, yeah, I'll do what you want, but I'm still a sorcerer. That's who I am. So
okay,
whatever you want. Yeah.
Like, I wasn't like, you're gonna have to give up divine soul. You'll probably have to become a shadow sorcerer to keep with the theme.
I'm not gonna pigeonhole you like that, man. This is your game. This is your story.
Uh, I honestly don't know if I should refer to you as my lady, my queen, favorite queen. You've never.
Anything's fine as long as there's respect in it.
And I call you mother.
If you wish.
Ooh. You see the hair on the back of Roger's neck tingle. Mother, there will be a time where I will feel powerless. And if I falter, I know you'll be there. When that happens, I am yours.
She smiles and says, and she pulls the dagger off of the top of the armoire and presents it to you and says, just keep this close. And I will be there.
I'll eye the dagger, not warily, because I know what it is. I know what it does. And I gingerly accept it.
And when you take it, the blade is no longer steel. It looks like it's made of like a very, very well. It's the same shape, but it looks like it's like an obsidian blade.
Okay.
And she says, "This will be useful for you. I'm sure when the time comes, you'll know when to use it." She says, "But I must be off, and you have things to do." And she puts her hand around your the side of your face, cups it a little bit, and gives you a kiss on the forehead, and says, "I'll always be here, my son. Just call on me if you need me." And with that, she kind of fades back into a shadowy wisp and disappears into the darkness. And the window opens, and the light comes back up, and you're left in the scorch-marked, empty room, for the most part, with your belongings in it.
I would probably close the window again because I didn't want to. I know this is taking way too long, but yeah, I would probably look at the dagger, go, oh, put it away real quick, pull out the a dozen different outfits I have for different occasions and personas, and throw it into a small chest. Realize that this chest would look extremely odd. Lock it. I would probably unlock it so I can put more shit in it. Peel off the poster on the wall that has it says rating for the day, and it shows Vol, Roger, and then hastily scribbled Magdor, and you see gold star for every single day for Roger, but there's one silver star for Vol, and then there's a bunch of sad faces, and there's a few golden stars. His motivational poster essentially that he's trying to rate himself. He'll probably curl that up real quick, toss it in the chest, and then he would probably, as he gets ready to close the chest, he would suddenly feel the feeling again. Except this time it feels like instead of being in the wrong skin, he's naturally feeling, this is his natural form. He would realize that he has to go back out. And he tries to turn himself back into default man number 3, but he can't. And something happens. Let's just say that something happens. That way we can get back to these two cool lads instead of making it the Tyler episode.
I got nothing wrong with that. I'm interested. I'm listening to the story. Keep going.
Yeah, me too. I'm all in for what's happening.
Okay. I'm sorry. Roger realizes that he doesn't feel comfortable being someone else. But he realizes that if he's himself, he can't mingle with society as it is. He's known what happened before when he's shown his changeling self to the wrong people. How Vol may have, begrudgingly yelled at him for, ruining an opportunity for a job. Maybe not for being a changeling, but for, changing forms at the inopportune time that maybe messed up with something happening. And for that, he's felt some kind of intense fear of showing himself in public as he is. But he realizes that, like many things, he can make a compromise. You watch as Roger's skin begins to take on the color of human flesh, and he looks into the mirror, and it almost looks like Roger down to the long wispy hair, but it begins to turn into a dirty blonde color. And after he finally changes form, you see a half elf. Small, petite. You see what looks like Roger as, in his teen years, meek, but he looks like a half elf. And he kind of runs his fingers through his hair, still wispy, and he's like, this doesn't look nice. And he starts frantically trying to braid it, and it looks hastily done. And he would take his cloak and the magic cloak trademark here. I know it was it called the glamorous.
Yeah,
cloth
just
armor?
a glamored cloak.
He would probably throw that over himself and whisper, what is Sylvan for open? I forget. Oh, it was open or unlock. And she shouts, Roger shouts out for the password hint, gets it, and is like, Aloha Mora. And I assume that this thing will change into some kind of tunic that wraps around Roger's body.
If you choose the form.
I would probably say it's purple in color, with a belt around the midwaist. And a androgynous-looking half-elf would step out of the door. And Knox would look at the teenagers sheepishly.
Who's
Knox is Roger's natural name.
His given changeling name, correct?
Yes. And it's
Cool.
the name that he's gonna... I don't even know what pronoun to use at this point. Pronouns are hard.
They? Would they
They?
be appropriate?
Since he's trying to go as naturally neutral, sure. Knox looks sheepishly at the group and runs off.
The group of teenagers?
Yes.
Okay.
And
they kind of warily eye you, and they're like, "Who's that?" You see them not recognizing you at all. So.
No, I mean, it makes sense. Knox would start running off towards Vol's house. Maybe pulling out a hood over the head and running as fast as they can.
Yeah, you arrive at Vol's house, and it looks like they're just finishing clearing it out, and they're locking the door as you arrive, as if they did the same thing at Vol's place, probably Magdor's too, and Vol is nowhere around. Where did you head after that, Vol? Did you go to the beach Leviathan?
Yeah, Vol headed straight to the Leviathan.
Great.
Hello?
Yeah, what? What's up, man? I mean, sorry. What's up, person?
It's okay.
Lady?
You can call me whatever you want. Have you seen big bulky guy, Goliath?
Oh yeah, yeah. We just finished clearing out his stuff.
Oh, you did. Is he in there?
No, he left. He was going down that road, that direction. I don't know. He didn't say where he was going.
I look at that direction. Would Knox know what direction that is?
That is the if you've ever had a drunken evening with him at the beach Leviathan, this is the exact road you would have taken to and from.
I look down and I see the dampened footsteps of the Goliath as he's made these many travels before. And
in the cobblestone.
it's so worn down.
That's a worn path. Yeah.
I
Like-
mean, that's fair. What am I? I'm like
400
296
pounds?
Yeah, but
300 pounds, yeah.
horses travel on this stuff and don't leave ruts. Like,
Well,
He's-
with how frustrated Vol would probably get at now Nox, just stomping away in anger.
yeah.
Like I imagine him being like meticulous, so it's not actually a traveling pathway that's worn out. It's actual steps. He stepped in the same exact spot every single time, so it's just worn out holes. But I guess Nox would probably be confused because they would they wanted the sleepover, but then they realized that they're being evicted and they don't know where they're gonna sleep tonight. I guess they look at the key and shit. Okay, thank you. And they would start running off towards Beach Leviathan.
And when you arrive, you step in the front door and see your two friends sitting at a table enjoying pints.
Oh shit. Like
Have they ever
Nox.
seen you like this before, or is this the first time?
Okay. Like maybe Vol would recognize Nox because, like I said, it's essentially a humanized version of his changeling form, and it just like it looks pretty similar. But I don't think they've never done this. So
And when you
Nox-
say humanized, you mean half-elfed.
giving a more non-changeling form, fleshy
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. I would probably look at Vol and then look at Magdor, realize which one I should try to make this a smooth, quick process. Look at Vol again, and then I would cast message to Magdor, and Magdor, you would probably hear, Magdor, I need you to.
What the fuck
Is everything
was
okay,
that?
Dwarf? Dwarfy.
I need
What's-
you
what's
to
wrong?
chill out, motherfucker. I'm currently in something new.
Strange.
I'm gonna walk up to your table.
I think Roger's here. He's acting kind of weird.
And
That's
you
such
see
a-
Roger, but you don't see Roger. You see the half-elf person that was described to us earlier walking up to your table, kind of sheepishly, looking back and forth between the two of you.
Get out of here! I'm waiting for my friend.
Dwarf, that's the boy.
Oh, right. He can. Yeah. Okay.
Vol,
Yes.
pleasure to meet you. My name is Nox.
Is that a name for your persona? Or is that your name?
It's really woke of you to suddenly realize what it means. That is my name. Name.
So out of character, the only reason Vol would have asked that, considering how long they've spent together, he knows what Roger looks like changeling wise. So I would imagine comfortably recognize this form as being closer to, non-changeling as much as possible. The only reason why he asked. Okay, Nox. And I'll slide over Silver. Do you want to get us a round of drinks?
Normally I would say get it yourself, you bozo, but yes. I snatched the coin and run off to the counter to get drinks.
Who was that?
That was, well, I mean, even I can't tell sometimes with these damn half-elves whether they look like a man or a girl. But that's the boy. That's Roger. His name's now Nox, apparently.
Oh, Roger. Right. He told me that. Okay.
Seems like he's a little bit more comfortable like this. So let's call him Nox now.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's hard enough to remember his name is Roger.
Well, let's hope he stands up for himself then.
I would probably come back with probably 2 things of mead and then like a a tropic berry margarita or some crap for myself, and I would slide up the mead to each of them, and I would actually I don't even know how being as because I imagine myself like 5'2" in my normal position and all that stuff. And anyways, I get the meat on the table, and it's like, Magdor, you can call me whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Just letting you know, that's my name.
Oh, thanks, Roger.
You're welcome.
And then Vol's gonna reach over for the berry drink. Thanks for the drink. And then he's gonna sit there and start sipping on his drink.
I would like to see how the strength check goes between him trying to pull my drink away.
Are you gonna try and wrestle them? Oh, you never set the berry drink down.
No.
Okay, so this will be a strength contest. It's gonna be athletics against athletics.
Perfect.
Athletics? Okay. Oof.
They're better than me.
Tyler, do you want to? Tyler, why don't you say it?
Yeah, what are the numbers for our listening audience?
Sure. Nox is going to roll with inspiration. Oh, I can't do that. I got a 2.
I have a double, like almost double proficiency in athletics. I have a athletics score of 4. Vol rolled a 7.
Oh, great. Yeah, see, neither of you have a great grip on it, but you do, Vol, should you choose so, have the strength to pull it away from Nox.
I do. Vol pulls it away, says thank you, and then downs it. I can see why you like these kinds of drinks.
Nox would probably kind of stare at Vol wide-eyed, like, you.
I'm surprised you got yourself a mead, boy. I didn't see you as much of a mead drinker. Enjoy,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna start down in mine.
Oh, I thought you said you started downing the second one. Where's your drink, boy? I would probably look up at Vol and well, don't forget, I got you a second drink, and I would probably take the mead and throw it at his face, holding the cup.
Just whoosh.
Yes.
Just right on his face. Not
Open
even an
wide.
attack roll necessary. There's only rolling if you have a chance of failure. You're too close, and he just downed a drink, so I assume finishes. I got you a second drink. Wah! Water in the face. Or, sorry, mead in the face. As Vol, Nox dumps an entire pint of mead on your face.
I'm not a half
What was
orc.
that?
Not a half orc. But I know how to have a good time.
Why did you waste the mead?
You didn't have your mouth open?
Why did you?
Why didn't you have your mouth open? And I do like the voice of Blue Roger. Why did you not drink the mead, boy?
Because I was drinking my drink. I thought you got yourself a drink.
One of the other patrons at a close by table hears your voice completely change.
Yeah, they see and
they go.
I can imagine
their chair away.
Suddenly go this petite looking androgynous half elf going from hi, hello to yes. Just,
it's Stark.
Yes. It's yeah.
All right. Well, as much fun as this has been, what are we going to do tonight?
I am going to get me 2 tropic berry margaritas and hope
I'm not talking about drinks. I know we're drinking. I'm talking about I lost my home. They kicked me out. Took all my stuff.
Sounds like I need a drink then. And I turn around and go back to get 2 more no, I guess 3 at this point. 3 more things of tropic berry margaritas.
Well, we'll talk about this, dwarf. Let me just go clean up. I don't know why the fuck I got doused with fucking meat for. What the fuck is going on? Paid for my own fucking drink and then I get it thrown on me. He just wants to waste fucking liquor. I say this as I'm walking away. To just wash up and come back.
You can go to the lavatory. They have a nice little bit of you kind of have to pump it, but you get some fresh water, rinse off, clean up the areas. It was very well and shot straight up into your face, so it didn't get on a lot of your like armor or weapons or anything. So yeah, just mostly on your upper section. And then by the time you return, it looks like just a few moments before, Nox had returned with their drinks.
Yep, and I would sit in Vol's seat.
Ooh, sitting in your seat talking to Magdor.
It's nice to see you a little closer to my size.
I was in the empty seat.
Too many giants in here.
Oh, maybe you should have tried growing taller, dwarf.
Maybe I should try riding on top of you.
Only if I can throw you at the enemy.
Combat. I start jotting down notes at this, like on battle strategies.
How much damage do you think you could do with me?
I don't know. That's actually pretty interesting. So if you get up on my shoulder, I could fling you at them, especially if we're split. Like, if Nox over here is split off from us and facing their own group, and then we're like having a good time, I could just toss you over.
All right, Nox, Roger, go stand over there. Vol, you're gonna throw me and tell me how much it hurts.
All right, clear some room, everybody.
I look around to see if people are actually going to clear at the words of this Goliath shouting.
That's on you, Glenn.
Sorry, I apologize. I was writing something. What'd you say?
Are you allowing us to continue?
Yeah,
so I yelled out,
whatever you want. Yeah.
So
okay.
Vol yells out, "Clear some room, everybody. We're gonna try out something."
They kind of step off to the side, move their tables.
I'll get down on one knee and like motion for like Magdor to get on.
I'm just clambering, climbing up onto
Dwarf Cannon 3000.
It's a little like weird because he's like grabbing your face and like eventually like he puts his legs up in weird places and accidentally kicks you. Like uses.
Come on.
Yeah, eventually gets on
watch
in
the
place.
face.
Takes a
It's
few
like
moments.
a sticky hand climbing up. It is not glamorous. I would probably down my margarita as fast as I can, because I think I needed the liquid courage after the shit I just did earlier. Not with Vol even, not with the change, but my encounter with the Raven Queen. And I'd probably down that, then I would probably look at Vol, realize that he probably doesn't want this drink, so I take his Traffic Berry margarita. Yeah, do not steal. And then I would probably stand like next to the wall in front of them, saying, "All right, bring it on, motherfuckers."
Are you ready, Nox?
Ready. Born ready.
You ready, Magdor?
Yeah, just don't miss.
I'll
That's
do my
a tough
best.
looking wall.
And now, what do you want me to roll for this? I'm gonna chuck Magdor at Nox.
It's an
Let's say
improvised ranged attack, but it's strength based. So
Yeah.
strength plus proficiency and a d20.
So, the d20 is for the damage.
It's effectively the same modifier as a melee attack.
So
Okay,
roll the hit.
So 1d20 plus your strength plus your proficiency. Our proficiency is 2, so whatever your strength is.
Plus my strength, so that's a 2. Plus proficiency 2. 8.
Okay. I have an armor class naturally of 13.
I get
take
chucked
it away.
into a wall.
Wait, what? You have an armor class of what? And you rolled what?
I have a 13, he rolled an 8.
Oh yeah, definitely don't hit him.
Like, I
still
feel
get
like he-
thrown.
Oh, slammed into a wall. How far did you throw him?
I'd like to say maybe like 15, 20 feet.
Cool. You take 8 bludgeoning damage as you smack your face into the wall. It doesn't bust anything up, luckily, because the wood of this ship is meant. It was meant at one point, at very least, to take on like the ocean. So you don't break anything, but it hurts your face.
All right, I'm gonna. Oh, good.
In Nox's mind, which is completely delusional at this point, imagines Vol like arm forward with Roger on it, and all of a sudden just and just fires off like a railgun and just spirals wildly into the wall. Like, he missed, but it looked cool as shit in his eyes. Like, he was impressed. Hey, sorry.
I'm gonna smack into the wall. Right.
you okay, dwarf?
Yeah, that does hurt. Let's do that to someone. Try to aim a little bit better this time. And
again,
Roger,
you can do
I
it.
saw you ducked. I'm just gonna walk away and pick up the rest of my mead.
There is the bartender, not like the current bartender, not the owner, runs up and like makes sure everyone's all right, and he says, "Whoa, that was like the fastball special. There's this tribe of shifters that are like Wolverines, and they teamed up with some giants, and they started throwing them, and they started calling it the fastball special. That was like that."
Yeah, we're just practicing moves for our next mission. Sorry for the disturbance.
Oh, you
we
didn't
just
break
got really
anything. You're
excited.
fine. Yeah, no,
Alright,
no,
cool.
you're
my
good.
nose.
You guys give us a lot of money, so I'm fine with it.
Well, in that case, toss him like 3 silver. What's that gonna get me?
I thought you could say you tossed them again. I'm like,
You want one drink for 3 silver?
1 drink for myself.
You get pretty stout. I get you pretty stout whiskey.
Sure, let's do it. I'm in a good
Rocks?
mood.
On the rocks, or
Why would you drink whiskey on the rocks?
some people need it watered down, but you seem like you'd be
Wait,
alright. I just gotta make sure.
Are these water rocks?
No, I can put some stones in there, some cooled stones.
That sounds amazing. Yes, please.
Yeah, we call them whiskey stones. So
Okay.
keep your liquor cool, but that doesn't water it down. Magic. And then he you see him like pull some like small pebbles that look like they were probably river pebbles at one point, as he begins to like nicely pour this good looking whiskey out of a nice container and pours it in. But before he pours it in, he holds them, and you see like cool air kind of coalesce around his hands as he holds them. And then and he says, hold one.
Put out my hand and I'll take one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cold.
Freezing. Like, and it stays cold. And he's like, all right, just put it in the glass and it'll keep it cold. So he puts that along with that one and pours it a glass for you. And he's like, this is good stuff too.
Thank you.
Imported from Gauntlgrim.
Oh, Gonto, you know what? You should talk to Dwarf Backdoor. Come here. He knows about Gauntlgrim.
I would say that
Is
Roger
he
is
from
like,
Gauntlgrim?
I don't know. Dwarf, are you from Gauntlgrim? I've just heard you mention that before.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
What did you say you were doing there, Roger, though?
I would say like as they're having the conversation in the background, you see like Knox, put his hands up to Magdor's face over his nose, and they would go, "I'm sorry I ducked. You did great." And I would snap his nose back in place and do healing word for 7. Len's looking at me confused.
I didn't realize he broke his nose.
Oh, well, he was talking about how he broke his nose and like smashed his face into the wall. So I was just like casting healing word.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah.
All but 1 hit point, completely healed, fixed up. No more bleeding. No more swelling. Looks almost perfect. But it's like, it's got that little bump from the repair, like a one of the Wilson brothers.
On the mention of Gauntlgrim, you'd be like, I don't want to talk about it. Actually, I've got some iron I need to go pick up. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go up and buy a cask of ale, with the gold piece there, whatever a gold piece can get me. And
it's a nice. I mean, depending on the amount you want, you can get like a gallon of really nice stuff.
Yeah.
For a gold, or you can get like an actual cask of kind of low quality.
Just a gallon of the nice stuff.
Great.
And I'm gonna head off to the blacksmith I was talking to earlier.
Great. Yeah, so he hurries off. What do Nox and Vol do now that Magdor seems to have an errand that he needs to take care of?
I would like look at Magdor, and just walk off after I heal him. I go, "You're welcome, asshole." And then I guess I would look over at Vol, and Vol is having a conversation with the bartender right now.
Yeah, and then after that, I'm gonna take a seat and resume enjoy my whiskey.
Yeah, the bartender's like, "Oh, that conversation ended weirdly. Let me know if you need another one. All right."
Appreciate it.
All right.
I am going to
whenever, just bring me back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just a few minutes later. Do you want to drink that with the
Well, yeah,
blacksmith?
we're not gonna just hand off mead without drinking it.
Great. So you're gonna end up falling asleep there if you're finishing that barrel with him, that
Alright.
little gallon. If you're going a half gallon deep on that stuff, you're gonna
Alright.
fall asleep at his place.
I don't know. If you don't mind, I'm gonna make a Constitution check because I did down that margarita to see how I'm doing.
Con saving throw, yeah.
Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to that.
Yeah, just because it's against a quote unquote harmful effect.
Nox is a changed person. They just got a 20, unnatural.
Feeling great, happily
they're-
buzzed, but not affected negatively.
They realized that they're doing a pretty good job holding their drink for once, and was getting ready to go for the second one immediately, but then kind of a light sip. Maturity.
There it is.
Tyler's disgusted by this, but Nox is impressed.
Yeah, so Vol goes back to the table, sitting, enjoying his whiskey.
My
Nox
feet are
gonna
kicking
join?
it against. Yeah, like I'm at the table too. My feet are
You're at
like
the table
kicking
too.
kicking at the bar, still kind of like a literal looking kid at this point, drinking, well, sipping lightly from this margarita.
Are you ready for tomorrow?
I should get something a little bit warmer, I think. But other than that, yes.
Good.
It's like 11 o'clock in the afternoon, so I think I got time to grab something a little bit woolly. Also, daytime drinking? Not as bad as what people say.
I mean, I would imagine it's, and this is to Glenn. This is probably like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, it's been a minute. Between
Yeah.
you all having to go back and then coming back here. Yeah, it's about 3-ish, 2 or 3. Yeah, so still
So-
day drinking for sure, but not
Elgira
11
had
in the
us
morning,
meet
for sure.
at the ass crack of dawn. We had our meeting with Lord Neverember.
And remember it's fall, so ass crack of dawn is like 7:30 ish. So it's not like 5
Okay, sure.
a.m.
I'll stick with my statement, but yes, it's later in the afternoon. And I'll grab something a little bit warm, and we should be good to go.
Good. The journey there shouldn't be bad. Especially because for the first half of it should just be forest, I think, from what I can remember.
It's
Maybe not.
all on the edge of the Neverwinter Wood, and so like on your left, traveling north, will be like the coast, and it follows the coast, and on your
Oh, no,
right,
right.
like a half a mile away, is the edge of the Neverwinter
Oh,
Wood
okay.
for most of that journey. So there's not going to be parts where you're in like heavy forest. Sure, you might go through some clumps of trees, but you're not. Just so you
Okay.
would absolutely know that.
The journey up to journey should be good. Should be clear, free of any trouble for the most part. If we do run into anything, I think we'll be able to handle it just fine.
Good, good. Well, there's one thing I'd like to say,
Yes, Nox.
and I'm gonna do this via message, so he's going to hear it in my natural voice, and he hears 2 words. You missed. And I am going to swipe at his beer. I'm going to try to be as quick as possible with it.
Trying to do what? Swipe at his beer?
Yes, because I promised him anytime he missed with an attack, I would steal his beer. And he missed with Magdor, so I'm going to try to do a quick swipe at his drink.
Yeah, so this would be acrobatics, and he can counter with athletics or acrobatics.
I have a feeling it's not going to go well, but optimism. Apparently, sorry, for the podcast, I got an 11 in acrobatics. I rolled a majestic 5.
I rolled a
And
16 in athletics.
Yeah, so he tries to swipe at it and just
Then-
can't.
My
wrench it
arms
from
are
your grip.
way too short. Like I take a swing at it, but I'm like a foot short. And maybe Vol like realizes what I was about to do, so he's like kind of moves his mug a little bit closer to him. Like it was a
You're
natural win.
You're right, I miss, but I've never thrown a dwarf before.
We'll have to learn from the best to become proficient. I
Well, in
believe
your
in you.
case. By the way, conveniently asking because I don't really actually know. Do you have a casting focus, an arcane focus?
Like, Max thinks about it and says, yeah. And, they pull down the shirt, which, playing as a male human could be normal, but, when they do this, you might see some curves that Vol is not used to seeing, and pulls down the shirt a little bit deeply to show that there is a amulet with different bits of amber and whatnot in it, and the 50 gold piece diamond Len so graciously gifted me in the very first 10 minutes, sitting in the dead center.
Ah, I see. When they came to clean out my place, to pack up our belongings and take it into storage, I was going through my I was getting ready, gearing up for this mission, and I found an old staff that I'm not sure exactly where I got it from. In case you ever need it, once we come back, I could hand it off to you because I think you'd get more use out of it.
Is it like a whacking staff or a hoo-ha magic comes out staff?
I think it's just a simple magic users like as a focus staff. It might not mean or do anything special, but in case you needed it, I could give it to you later.
Okay. That'd be nice. It feels weird, though, that you're giving me something besides a lecture. But I'll take it.
Well, beyond that, if you need to get anything warm, you should probably do that now. I'm probably going to start getting ready to rest up and get my weapons ready. We have a long travel ahead of us.
Where are we staying the night at if our rooms are being cleaned out?
You can get a room here at the Leviathan. Have you forgotten the nights we've spent here, boy?
Boy just seems a little too objective at this point, but I'll humor you. Yes.
I apologize. It's just habit.
No.
So this is new. This is Nox.
Bull, you have stuck with tradition for like 20 bajillion years. I don't expect you to change the way you are.
Be nice if you didn't waste my goddamn fucking money dousing me with my own meat.
I saw it and I slide him silver.
I don't take it.
I tried to do that game where you put your knuckles on the table and the other person like launches the quarter at the person's knuckles. But obviously it doesn't take it, so I just kind of like fling it towards him and tried to get as close as the edge as I can.
Yeah, go ahead and make a ranged attack. So it'll be dexterity and proficiency.
Oh boy. I didn't think you were gonna... Okay, no, that's fair.
If you're trying to land it like on the edge, it's pretty specific.
Okay. As you wish. I got a 24.
Perfectly placed.
Just hanging over like perfectly balanced, like all things should be.
God damn, that was actually pretty impressive, but there's no way in hell I'm telling Nox. All right. You should probably go get your gear now before the stores close up for the night. Remember, I'll meet you at the northern entrance in the morning. Crack of dawn. Same as today. And Vol's gonna step up and start heading towards the room he'd already gotten before anybody else arrived.
And as he steps up and starts to walk away, we're going to move over to the other scene that's been set as Magdor has headed to have drinks with his good buddy, the blacksmith.
Yeah.
His name is Gratham.
I think it says his name is Greg. I'm like, yeah, buddy.
Oh, Greg. No. Ye Old Grog is someone who lives in a different place. And he says, as you go, that's the stuff. All right, I'm done for the night. Let's drink.
He just closed up shop when I showed up.
Oh, yeah. He kicked everyone out. He's like, everyone, there's like,
Get the fuck out. I'm trying to drink.
time to drink. We're closing up early.
Sorry, I must have missed it. Is Gratham also another dwarf?
Yes.
Okay. That
He's
this
a
whole
mountain
thing makes
dwarf,
sense
though,
then, even
so.
more so. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, okay.
we hate each other, but not too much to not drink.
No. Everybody can go for a pint.
So I'm gonna walk in then, and I'm just gonna slam the gallon cask onto his workbench there. Like, all right, you got the honors, open her up.
And he does. And he brings 2 big old flagons out and fills them both up and slides one towards you and says, "So what's on the docket for you and your friends?"
Oh, we're working for Lord Neverwinter up in the castle.
You mean Neverember?
Yeah. Algie corrects me too. Lord Neverember. We're working on for the castle. We gotta go north. They wanted me to get on a boat.
How far north?
Further north than Gauntlgrim.
Ooh.
Luskins.
Oh, careful there.
Why?
I mean, 20 years ago, we were at war with them. They're
Yeah,
pirates.
well, that's 20 years ago. Who remembers that long other than us dwarves?
Maybe the elves.
Oh, yeah. Screw the elves.
I know, right? No, but just be cautious.
Yeah, always. And I'm gonna look over at I'm assuming a pile of iron chips.
Oh yeah, he's got a bunch of like scrap and stuff like that. But he
Yeah.
also has the iron chips for you that you asked for and commissioned. Yes.
All right. We're like, those are for me then?
Yeah.
All right. We're like, all right, I'm gonna open my bag, and I kind of just grab it a little bit. All right, pile them in.
And he just turns the bag up. That he had him in like a small burlap sack, and he starts to like pour them in. And he's like, "Fantastic!" As he finishes the pour in, and he's like, "Wow! If I wasn't feeling this a little bit already, this is good stuff. By the way, I don't know if I'd believe that."
It's crazy the kind of toys that they give us. Check this out. I'm gonna pull out the alchemy jug and be like,
Oh shit!
Moradin's beard.
You know what this is?
What dwarf doesn't?
I'm gonna open. I'm not even gonna ask. I'm just gonna open up the beer one. I'm just gonna start pouring it
We have
too.
so much more
That's
alcohol.
pouring. Oh, I thought it was like mayonnaise starts pouring out. Look what this baby could do! Slaps hood of alchemy jug.
Yeah. So we're just gonna drink and talk, and I'm gonna talk to him about. My arm, because I'm assuming he's gonna ask. He's like,
Oh yeah, he's interested in all the changes you're making.
yeah. I was like, yeah, I've got some clampers here. Yeah, I'm working on the knuckles, but it's a little hard. I'm gonna need a little help.
I just imagine Magdor just going, "Ask me about my arm." Your arm.
Ask me
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell him, oh, well, I don't know how much you know about Gauntlgrim or what's been going on there. Being, from the mountains as yourself, but I kind of got kicked out. But Moradin's been helping me. He helped me fashion an arm.
He imparted that knowledge on you, huh?
He did. He said something about I needed to help out the dwarves, so I'm helping you out by getting you drunk. I'm gonna slap him on the back.
The best thing you could ever do for a fellow dwarf. And he responds with a similar clap on the back.
And that's pretty much it. Got
Great.
the coins, get drunk.
You drink, you play,
showing
you play
toys.
dwarven drinking games until you both can't walk. And when you can't walk, you just go to sleep.
I want to say one more thing. It's been a long time since someone been able to drink me under the table.
You drunk me under the table first, remember? I just
claps.
But you fall into that happy drunk feeling that you have enjoyed, because especially with your people, this is like, it's tradition to drink with those that you enjoy spending time with, especially after you're not going to see him for a while. Like, so you go to spend some time with him and drink with him, enjoy, revel a little bit in what you're going to do, and he wishes you well throughout the night, all these things. It's all very good. And at some point in the evening, you kind of like hazily wake up, and you swear you hear the sound of the hammer on the anvil. But it's dark, and you open your eyes a little bit, and you can see your friend like passed out in a big cushy armchair, just totally out of it. And from within the flames, you swear you hear a voice say a word, and you don't recognize it, as a person specifically, but you hear the word Ethereum.
All right, let me just write this down.
Oh, I just woke up. Where's my reading glasses? I gotta write down this word I just heard.
Can I retcon just one thing with that?
Sure.
Not with anything like that. The dwarf that I've been drinking with, can he be who's been renting me the room? So we've had conversations back and forth. And,
Absolutely.
all right.
Makes sense.
This has happened a few times before. He
Yeah.
just knows that you're leaving, and that's common for dwarves to drink together before they're gonna not hang out anymore for a while. So it's a little bit of tradition here that you haven't been able to partake in for a while since you've been gone from Gauntlgrim for so long. But I'll come back to you here in a second. I want to go to the other guys real quick. Vol, was there anything else you wanted to do? Because you already have your stuff. You just head up to your room and go pass out.
Yeah, nothing specific. Just kind of like prepare, kind of like, zone out, reflect more than anything else. Just mentally get ready for what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Paul's a hunter. He's a job, like he works jobs. He knows what the routine is, and he's just trying to get ready for that mentally more than anything else. And also like physically for good like nights of sleep to wake up early and get started.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long journey of like not good sleep.
Absolutely. You got your bedroll, but that's nothing compared to a warm bed.
Oh.
Awesome. Very cool. And Nox, you see your, father figure and mentor go up the stairs, and he is done for the night. And he has instructed you to go get some warmer clothing. So what would you like to do?
I would probably go over to whatever the equivalent of the shopping district is and go shop myself a warm, and not leather, but like a fur-lined cloak or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, you find a shop, and since it is pushing into that colder time of year, everybody's kind of like supplying these, so they're not hard to find. There's a couple general goods stores, a couple clothing stores, tailoring places that sell different ones, but they're all about the same price unless you want to get so if you want to spend about 5 silver, you can get what you need. You can get clothing, being an upper piece, pants and boots that will be just fine for cold weather, up to a certain point. But if you want to go like, I forget what the name of the brand is, but there's a really nice brand for camping.
Go on.
There's
Eddie Bauer.
one Eddie Bauer, sure, but you can get a Yeti cloak. Basically, it's a coat made from the skin and fur of a Yeti, which will keep you warm even in sub-zero temperatures, just in case. But it's up to you whether or not you want to spend that coin, because it's 5 gold per cloak. But there is no limit on effect. In this world, there is no limit on what it could protect you from as long as you're wearing it.
I would probably hold off on getting the Yeti cloak specifically, just because I know we're going up to Luskan, I believe it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not going so far that... Would I know that it ever gets that cold?
Yeah, you know that it's the furthest, like, larger city until you get... Like, when you go north of there, that's when you're getting into the area called the 10 Towns, where it's like Mirabar and Fireshear and Huddlestone. Those are all small towns, partially because of how cold it is. So north of there, yes, you might need the Yeti cloak, but you're pretty sure you'd be okay without it if you're not going further north than Luskan.
I would probably reason with myself that if I needed something a little bit more serious, that Luskan would actually be able to provide that, just because of the kind of city it is, being that far. Yes. So I would probably just get your standard fur-lined cloak and the usual set to help provide me decent
some long
protection.
Johns.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that. It's 5 silver. It's simple. It's not hard to find for sure.
Okay, dokes. I will subtract that appropriately from my good stuff.
I need to do the 2 silver for the iron coins. Was it 2 silver?
Yes.
And is there any shield shops?
Chilt?
Yes.
I don't know what a chilt shop is.
Shield.
Oh, shield. I'm so sorry. I heard chilled, and I was like, chilled.
I
Yeah,
heard chill too, so I was confused.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay. I say words weird.
Oh,
Uh,
fine.
no,
I just
yeah,
wanna-
there's armor smiths.
I just wanted the window shop to see if I could get like a good idea how much your standard shield would cost. So, like I'm
just the
walking back
base
and
shield.
I was just looking to see, look at the shields. I know I can't hold them or anything, but I always tell. I feel like as Nox, previously Roger, well, it's still Rogers, just different name at this point. Wonders, better ways to protect themselves because they know if they got hit by the dwarf, it would have hurt a lot. And
Yeah,
so
You're able to kind of window shop at some of the armor smiths in the area, and it looks like the median cost for a basic shield is about 2 gold.
wow, that's surprisingly cheap. I was expecting a lot more actually. I muttered to myself, I bet Magdor can make it better. Cheaper too. And I would just say that, get kind of wrap the cloak around me, and then I would make my way back to the beach Leviathan.
And you make your way in there. Do you want to get a room?
Nope, because I have one already. I will go up and I will go into Bull's room.
Vol, did you get a room
Door's
with
locked.
multiple beds?
No, I wouldn't have.
So you go where you know he's staying, but the door's locked.
I try Vol's key in it just out of like stupidity.
From his apartment. Yeah.
Yeah.
You try it and it wiggles around. And no, I mean it fits in the door, but it doesn't move at all.
Then I guess
Well,
Vol. Go ahead.
If Vol's awake and he hears this, he gets his short sword out.
Oh yeah, you hear it if you're awake because you're doing preparation. You're like
Yeah.
meditating on the future events of today. You
Yeah.
hear a key jingle around, but not turn in the lock.
I snap open, pay attention, and I get my short sword ready to see if somebody tries to break in.
I guess you would hear. Do you want to build a snowman? Will you let
Nox,
me
is that
fly
you?
in? Yes.
What are you doing?
Well, trying to come in.
Why?
I'm tired.
Then get a room.
I am.
Get your own room.
Well, are you doing that naughty thing?
There's only one bed in here, Nox.
I
We all
have.
we both get paid the same for the jobs that we work. You should be able to afford a room here for the night.
Oh! You just hear like the soft howling noise from the other side of the wall or the door. I assume Vol says nothing to this.
Just after that, completely like if you continue those, he just stops. He just goes back to what he was doing.
Is there something I can tell you? Can I
What
tell
is
you
it?
something? I'm finding more interested parties in my work. And I've been asking myself who I should be looking for guidance. And honestly, I think I could use some of yours tonight.
I'll meet you down in the bar in 10 minutes.
Bar's not a place I should be talking about this.
Then we go for a walk.
If you don't want me in your room, that's fine.
I don't want you in my room, but that's why I told you to get your own room.
I'm already walking away to get my own room.
Cool. Yeah, you can get a room. Easy.
How much is that?
1 silver.
1 silver. Wow, running me dry today.
Whoa, sorry. 5 copper. 5 copper. I'm
Okay.
crazy.
I was gonna say,
One
man,
silver,
no
eh?
wonder we rented a house each.
The Ritz.
I specifically request the one that's right next to Vol's, if there's one available.
It's available, yeah.
Cool.
Convenient. Wait, let's see. Odds is it's available. Evens it's not. Odds it is available. I'll let the
Okay.
dice decide.
Being the beach Leviathan, I can imagine the walls are not super thick.
No.
Good. You, I would go into my room and first thing I do is I take my obsidian-looking dagger of sorts and I chip her right into the wall between Vol's and mine.
Like you're gonna put it through the wall.
Not through, but just enough for it to
In.
stick.
Okay, yeah, it sticks in the wall. Just fine.
Like I'll look for like maybe a crack or something. That way I'm not like actually damaging it, but you know, like between the boards or something, just kind of stick it in because
Yeah.
And then like maybe Vol just hears much better. I'm
You
assuming
now know
Vol.
that Roger has a room. Or sorry, yeah. Are you? So you. Let me make sure this is correct. You want to be referred to as Nox.
You call me whatever you want.
Okay. Well, this is me as the DM. How do you want me to refer? If he's in changeling form, is it Roger? And if it's in half elf form, it's Nox. Or like, how would you prefer it from me?
I think for the sake of story purposes, it was considered Roger just because that's, you know, the role he's been trying to play for the most part. If you want to refer to him like as a benevolent all solution, you can just say Nox.
Okay, cool. But yeah, you know that your changeling friend has a room next door, Vol, as you hear him yawn through the thin walls.
Just wanted a moment to fucking focus on that. Does this work?
All right. Time to spend a moment to focus on my mission. Step 1. Learn how to dodge dwarves. And you hear silence, and all of a sudden you just hear, dodge! You hear a tumble on the floor as I leap out of the way. Okay, that was pretty good. Could use a little bit more dexterity. Maybe I should give him a roll.
Vol does his best to ignore this and go to sleep.
Yeah, you hear this for like 10 minutes. Just random shouting of dodge.
Oh my gosh.
After 10 minutes, I think I would probably go silent, and I would go to sleep too, just for the shits and giggles.
Yeah. Everybody goes to sleep. Now, for Magdor, you had fallen asleep and then had this odd vision where you woke up and saw your friend and heard a voice come from the actual like dim light within the forge in your friend's place, which was not very bright, but as you know, forges don't really ever go out for the most part, especially if they're used consistently. And you heard this word Ethereum in a deep, deep voice. Ethereum. Right? And as you look around, you realize that you can see your own body. And as the realization that you are not necessarily, that maybe this is a dream or some sort of weird out of body experience, you kind of try to since you're floating basically, and
Right.
you can't really control where you are. And so as you kind of move in the air and startled a bit, you kind of blink and look around and look at your own hands, and they seem sort of ethereal as well. Ethereal.
My hands?
Your
Or
hands themselves. Sorry,
both of
yes,
them?
because you have two hands in
Alright.
this form, and you're and as you start to reach and touch your own hand, you can feel your hand, and as you kind of clasp them and hold and close your eyes, you wake up. When you open your eyes, you wake up in your body and look down at the metal arm resting, and the dim light of the morning is coming through the window, and that's where we'll pick it up next time, as we have awoken to the morning after a busy day and night of events, to begin the journey to Luskan.
I'm sorry, Glenn, you let go of the leash, so we just did whatever the bum.
No, it's great. That was awesome. Like I said, this could take as long as you wanted to, and that provided some really interesting story opportunities for you guys. So I'm glad that it happened like that. That's why I don't usually hold the leash. I usually say, Do what you want. There is no leash.
Hell yeah. You can find me on Twitter at 2timestyler.
You can find me on Twitter at LRThe11. So that's LRTHE 11th. If you can't spell, shouldn't be on Twitter.
Damn. Okay, ye
Ooh.
old English.
Yeah, you can find me, your humble dungeon master at Glen Houston. Looks like Huston.
And I am at Zigzagoon.
Who I followed but never followed back, I'll remember.
Ooh.
Oof.
On that note.
We are a part of Casual Master Quest, a podcast network dedicated to giving you the video game nose. Just the nose. Nose. Dedicated to giving you the video game news and tropes you deserve. You can find the show everywhere you can Google and on Twitter at Master Quest Pod. Glenn is a part of a sister D&D show called Ready to Roll, where you can find more of his and other talented players as they continue their quest in the Forgotten Archipelago. That was Nick. That was Brandon. That was Glenn. And this is Tyler. We will see you next week with another... Aye, Captain. With another session of Casual Quest Masters. And don't forget to never stop the quest. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Miss you.
Bye. 'Cause it ain't no lie. Bye.